Hello, hello, wherever you are across the world. It's another ladies in the house. It's Women's History Month, and I get this wonderful opportunity to celebrate extraordinary women, powerful women. And today we have another powerful woman with us. Now, I'd cultivate my one goal in life is just inspire, just to get people to reach their maximum potential. And so it's great joy and happiness that I'm recognizing Miss Shannon Haltom, right? As the Cultivate Extraordinary and Powerful Woman for 2022. We're looking at entrepreneurship, we're looking at coaching and leadership skills and motivation and job satisfaction. You know, the big focus for Cultivate and just recognizing these amazing women like Shannon is that celebrating ordinary women are just doing, these women are doing extraordinary things. And I say extra because they are ordinary women moving at an extraordinary pace in their lives, for their families, for the community, and just living for others. These are women who are running a home, they're being a professional, they're in the workplace, and they're running their business. And so the intent that I have is really to celebrate these women like Shannon, just so other women, and there's got to be a little girl out there will look at Shannon and says, I want to be like her. Maybe she look at me and say, I want to be like her. But we want these little girls and these women to know that they have the potential to change the world. These women are just maximizing their potential. And so I'm just going to just allow Shannon to tell us some things. She's created by God. She's a masterpiece. And so she's operating her purpose, what we want to know from her. So Shannon, congratulations. You are the Cultivate Woman in history for 2022. But I have some questions for you. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm so honored to be here with you, Dr. J. Thank you so much. I'm ready.
Yeah. So what are the things we always want to do when we're looking at these women like you who are extraordinary and so powerful? How are you maximizing your potential as a woman, whether it's in the workplace, at home, in entrepreneurship? How are you doing that?
I strive to just be the best version of me, not looking to see who I'm comparing myself to, who if I'm meeting someone else's standard or someone else's expectations, but what is the standard that God has set for me? And am I meeting that expectation? Am I meeting his expectation? And am I being the best version of me, utilizing the gifts and the talents that he's given me to reach my full potential? Then I know I've maximized what I have.
Wow, that is so powerful. So, and I love that you talk about what God, just how you're created and what you're doing to maximize your potential. That's such a big word. Maybe that should be my word for 2022, right? But you've introduced us to that word potential. And Shannon, we think about potential. A lot of time people miss their purpose, specifically women. Women miss their purpose sometimes. I'd love for you, considering you're doing all these things, I'd love for you to talk about how do you find your purpose? Maybe it's a story. Maybe there's something that drives you. What is it that helps you to do that?
The best question I was ever asked a couple years ago was, what would you do for free if no one ever paid you to do it?
Yes.
What would you do for free if no one ever paid you to do it? And for me, that would be teaching people, training people to fulfill their God-given purpose. That for me, if no one ever paid me to do it, it would be for me to help you, to add value to you. And that I believe that the passion that we have that comes from the inside, that's what our purpose is. And we have to practice it. We have to practice our passion. We have to practice our purpose to get better at it, to get good at it, but also to keep it fueled. So if we are not practicing it, we'll often just leave it. And then we think we lost it. We don't know what it is. When in all actuality, if we'll continue to fuel that passion that's on the inside of us, what is it that we would do for free if no one paid us to do it? And then grow that.
That's powerful. I mean, I would do this for free. What we do, right?
Right?
I would just do this.
Too.
Hey, Shannon, I would just do this for free. If I get up every day and I get to honor a woman like you and to hear what you just said, just to know, just the passion from which you speak, Shannon, so many people, I love what I do. I really do. I love what I do. And I'm from Jamaica, and you know that. And just growing up as a little girl, I was in poverty, and people see me and they think, oh my God, she's just got it all going on. No, she does not, you know because I grew up in poverty, and my grandmother was such a force. She just, when it comes to just letting me know that the Lord will provide, Yahweh will provide. And so nowadays we are moved from poverty to, and some people look at it as prosperity. In the middle of all of those crises, I saw where God is looking at me and says, you were made for a purpose. You just remind me to say all of that good stuff right there.
Yes.
But I'm glad you said that. So let's talk about this, because you talk about finding the purpose, maximize it, and then potential and all that great stuff. But Shannon, there's still some ladies out there. There's a little girl out there that you can speak into right now, and you can just talk to them about what they can do, what should and what they can do. Maybe it's a woman right now is stuck in the just behind COVID and trying to find herself. What should women do to really maximize themselves and do things to move them from ordinary to extraordinary? What would you say?
Dream big. Dream big. Don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to dream of something bigger than yourself. And then don't be afraid to have faith that it can happen. Have faith that it can be done. And then what's one step that you can do to move towards that goal? What's one step? Is that saving financially? Is it investing in your personal growth? Maybe it's just reading one book. For me, I recently ran a marathon, 26.2 miles on Saturday. And yes, and it's my first full marathon. But as I was going through, I had a time set that I wanted to complete it in. And after about 2.5 hours, I was halfway through. And if I would have kept that same pace, I would have finished in about 5 hours, which is not terrible at all. But I was missing out on seeing the people, the spectators, the people that were there cheering that didn't even know me. And I remember what a mentor said to me several years ago. He said, Shannon, see the people. So my feedback for you today is see the people, because it can't be just about us. Everything we do is for someone else. It's for that little girl. It's for that mom. But mom, it's for that little girl. It's for that little boy that you're carrying, or that you're going to carry, right? Because we pass the legacy on. We pass the baton to other people. So everything we do, we have to see the people. And I'm so glad I did, because I saw a little girl out to the sideline who was holding up a sign that said, your training is over. This is your victory lap. And I couldn't have been more overwhelmed with joy. And I will tell you, when I crossed that finish line, I cried like I was just birthed the baby, because I felt like I had such an accomplishment, such overwhelming joy of seeing and doing. Words can't even describe the feeling that I felt. So I was grateful for the opportunity to see the people along the way. So even as you're maximizing your potential, even as you're investing in yourself, invest in yourself, invest in your personal growth, but see the people along the way, because those people help you make it to the finish line.
I'm looking for words to say. I'm looking for words to say. Woo! That is why, Shannon, you are cultivate just extraordinary woman in history. You've just taught us a lot. I mean, just see the people. As you were saying that, I'm thinking, wow, see the people. Thank you for that story. And I just can imagine that little girl, how just overwhelmed she was, knowing that you stopped and you saw her. Shannon, how beautiful it is for us to stop and just see God's design around us, and then just the things that you do. But let me just say thank you so much. Thank you so much for even just allowing me to lean into you and just learn from you right now. I am just so grateful to honor you and to just learn from you and to learn more about about you. So thank you so much. One of the things I love to do, and I suppose you talk about faith, I was talking to my coach today because every coach got a coach, right?
Amen, sister.
I was talking to my coach today and I was reminding him of just how I just made note of things that there was nothing that I have prayed for that I haven't received. And I don't call it luck. I call it just God's grace. But I also look at it as persistence, right? I look at it as just making a goal, setting a goal. I remember in actually in 2016 when I had this goal. I wrote this goal down, and it was about I want to teach, I want to speak, I want to train, I want to give people the opportunity to be themselves. And then this was in January. And then in March, all of a sudden I was on stage, I was doing things, and I just kept reading and studying and operating by faith. And before you go, I'm glad that you shared, talk about have faith, because I read in Napoleon Hill book, he says, prayer, when you mix prayer with faith, it gives connection to infinite intelligence. And that has been it. Faith is like a chemical, it's like an elixir. You, Shannon, have proven to us over and over and over, and even now, that you can move, and so can every woman, every little girl, move from ordinary to extraordinary. So congratulations. You are the Cultivate woman. Thank you so much. Before you go though, because somebody may be saying, I want to know more about her. So where can people connect with you?
Well, you can connect with me on Facebook. You can find me at Shannon Haltom or Run Your Race Leadership Consulting Services. And run your race, because I believe that we all have a God-given race to run. It's you can't run my race and I can't run yours, but together we can accomplish both. And so Run Your Race Leadership Consulting Services on Facebook, and then Doc Haltom on Instagram, or dochaltom.com as well. You can reach me there. Dr. J, thank you so much. It has been an honor and a privilege to be a part of this. I feel so small compared to I was telling you, I felt like a grasshopper. I just feel like so small. I want to be you when I grow up. I want to be like you. You just exude so much joy. Yes, you exude so much joy, and you captivate the audience and the people with your smile, and you just exude so much joy. And so I'm thankful to know you, and thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Thank you so much, my dear, because you know what? I can't live without you. You can't live without me. But together, Shannon, you and I, and like all these amazing women across this world, we can change the world. And that's what we're continuing to strive for. So thank you again. And so, folks, as you know, I'm Dr. Sharon Johnson. I am the CEO of Cultivate Leadership Training and Development. And I just love, love, love what I do. I teach, I speak, I train, I coach. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. You can always find me at drsharonjohnson.net. And so if you are a wonderful woman and you believe you're making a change in your world, I want to know about you. In the meantime, stay beautiful, stay fabulous, and always at Cultivate, we say, stay motivated. Thank you. All right.